This was something I was going to touch on before I left. And I said it wasn't the right time. I'll do it when I get home. And now that I'm back, let me touch on this. Because nobody touched on it the right way. I knew people would touch on it from a social media standpoint. Hulk Hogan and getting about $150-something million. Erin Andrews, she got awarded, $51 million. And those two people got about $200 million. Hulk Hogan, they said his brand was affected because somebody had a videotape of him having sex with some other woman. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan brand isn't worth $5, and it damn sure wasn't worth $150 million. Hulk Hogan had fallen for grace so far. His net worth is not even $150 million. Matter of fact, that Hulk Hogan sex tape wouldn't make $150 million. So, why did they award him so much? Okay, but Hulk Hogan at least in the 80s was a somebody. Okay, he was known throughout the world as somebody. That we could at least say for Hulk Hogan. Erin Andrews. Okay, sports analyst for ESPN, Fox, ESPN. I don't know where she works. She bounces from network to network to network. Now she's doing Dancing with the Stars on ABC. Who is she? What has she done? Really? $51 million because someone peeped and saw you naked in a hotel through a peephole? You get $51 million? And to me, it looks staged. And this is my opinion. Why would you be walking around butt naked in your room? Doing your hair, doing your makeup, and this guy just happens to be the luckiest guy in the world to know you were going to be naked looking through the peephole of the hotel room? But she seemed devastatingly concerned and hurt by the situation. So I won't say she did it, on purpose and she set it up. It's an unfortunate incident that it happened. But $51 million? She gets awarded $51 million? Why? She's not even a good analyst. She's not. To be truthfully honest, she is not a good analyst. She's brutal. I saw on Fox NFL one time, she was brutal. And I'm like, why did they get her from ESPN? Then she went back to ESPN. Then she's on ABC. I think they just keep throwing her around. And I'm like, why did they keep her around? She's not that good. She's not that good at her job. And I'm not even going to talk about what she looks like. I'm not going there because that's not the point. The point is, she got $51 million. And nobody said nothing. Police shot and killed Betty Jones in the neck accidentally for trying to help a neighbor with a domestic dispute. Unarmed. Her family ain't gonna get no $51 million. Or no $151 million. The police have killed over 100 unarmed African American people. And all combined, those cases, none of them are going to touch $200 million. You got Keith Childress. Kevin Matthews. What about him? Did they get $51 million? Leroy Browning? Roy Nelson? Miguel Espina? Tara Thompson? Cornelius Brown? Nathan Pickett? Chandra Weaver? Jamal Clark? Richard Perkins? Steve Tolson? Michael Lee Marshall? Antonio Smith? Alonzo Smith, my fault. Lamontez Jones? Anthony Ashford? Inez Sedell? All in all, Rayshawn Cole, Patterson Brown, Christopher Kimball. Where they money? Junior Prosper, Keith McGlow, Wayne Wheeler, India Cater, Tyree Crawford, James Carney III. All these people are unarmed. Felix Kuby, Ashams Manley, Christian Taylor, Wendell Hall, Troy Robinson, Brian Day, Michael Sable. No $51 million for them. Darius Stewart, Samuel Du Bois, Billy Ray Davis. No $150 million for them. Albert Davis, Sandra Bland, Salvador Ellswood, George Mann, Jonathan Sanders, Levicto Larasso III, Kevin Judson, Spencer McCain, Kevin Bajoy, Zamil Crawford, Jermaine Benjamin, Chris Jackson, Richard Gregory Davis, Ross Anthony, Alan Craig Williams, Marcus Clark, Lorenzo Hayes, D'Angelo Stallworth, DeJuan Graham, Brandon Glenn, Reginald Moore, Nurey LaShaw, Jason Champion, Brian Overstreet, Terrence Cullum, LaShonda Beck, Gregory Harris, David Felix, Terry Chapman, William Chapman, Samuel Harrell, Brian Action, Norman Cooper, Freddie Gray, Darrell Brown, Fred Shepard III, Walter Scott, Eric Harris, Donald Dante Ivy, Philip White, Dominic Wise, Jason Milan, Brandon Jones, Denzel Brown, Nicole Thomas, Akari Roberts, Terrence Moxley, Anthony Hill, Tony Robinson, Nashakulis Basant, Bernard Moore, Charlie Kuwang, Darrell Gatewood, Dante Dorsey, Thomas Allen Jr., Calvin Reed, Terry Price, Alvin Hayes, Jeremy Lett, Natasha McKenna, Tiano Melton, Andre Murphy the Sr., Brian Pickett, Matthew Majade, Leslie Sapp. That's 102 unarmed African American people who have died by the hands of the police, and they don't have $200 million. When they settle with them, they don't get that kind of money. They family don't get that kind of money. Why? They being killed. These people are, they don't do anything. They celebrities? Why is Erin Andrews a celebrity? She's not, she hasn't done anything. She's an analyst. $200 million? And what's shocking to me is nobody brought that to light. Like, why do they get that much money? Who are they? I'm quite sure you can name an analyst. You can name anybody who's worth more than Hulk Hogan. He's not even the highest paid wrestler. The Rock has made more money than him. Stone Cold Steve Austin made more money than him. All these wrestlers are making more money than what Hulk Hogan was, his net worth. A lot of them were. I admit in the 80s he built a foundation, but he's not the man no more. So, who dictates where this money's coming from? Why are they getting that money? And why don't they get this to us? And I already hear the haters talking about, well, why don't you put up there all the time when the black people be shooting and killing each other? That's what the one guy told me before. See, because I understand how, I don't want to attack you guys because y'all don't understand. You can't see it through the eyes the way we see it because we're the targets. See, no matter where you live or where you go, you can't hide from being black. See, I'm not stupid enough to be naive to think, oh, I don't live out there, so that can't happen to me. That can't affect me. Oh, they can do what they want to you. It can happen anywhere. Don't ever think you safe anywhere. 2, those who out there killing each other is because they have been put in a situation where they feel is hopeless. They've been bred nothing but hopelessness. No one's helped them. No one's there to try to guide them. And the ones who's there, they look, you're just as broke as me. I'm not going to listen to you. And they're out there killing because they feel no one cares about them anyway. So they don't care. They don't care about what you think. They don't care about, they just know, like, I got to eat. I need to do this. I need to do that. And they don't see a way out. They don't know that they're fighting a losing cause. And if to them, they're like, who cares? My life means nothing. Might as well get high. Life is nothing. I'm just going to get high and kick it till I die. You know, that's the mentality. And it's, I hate to say they're taught that. It's inbred into them so that they could go out and fail. That's why the time structure is not fair. You look at a dark-skinned black and a light-skinned black. I knew both of them. One, they got caught on the same case, same trial. Neither one had a record. He saw the 300-pound black guy, because he was dark-skinned, gave him a D bond, gave the light-skinned guy an I bond. And the light-skinned guy thought it was because of his slick talking. He said, nah, man. And the brother, he knew. He said, look at you and look at me. They see you tall, light-skinned, with your wavy hair. They gonna let you go. They see this big, husky, 300-pound black guy. I gotta pay to get out. Because they really want me in. And this is my first offense, but I got a D-bond. You see? When there's no set rules, when things can go by the way the judge feel that day. You already at his mercy. They did to dictate what the law is. And my thing is, so how come these guys, 102 people weren't all killed by the same guy? They weren't all killed by the same person? This is spread it out across the United States. How come this is always happening in a police department? Why aren't they saying, look, we have a problem. We need to clean this up. Why is this happening? It's in the news one day for about a week, then they kick it out. Then they go to something else. But the question is, why aren't they concerned? Why they're not fighting to try to find out what happened? And why is it always this way? How many times do you hear unarmed white kid getting killed by black police officers? Why don't you Google that and pull that up? Since it's such a freak accident, why come it don't happen the other way around? I don't see that. I don't see black cops going around murdering unarmed civilians. Show me 102 unarmed white kids that was murdered by black police officers. I mean, it's alarming and it's dangerous. And if you got kids, they targets. But let's give Hulk Hogan and Erin Andrews a $200 million to split. But these people got to go to court, be lied to for 2-3 years, dealing with the pain, and got to go through the stress of fighting it and hearing all this stuff in court about their kid getting killed. Family got to be in mourning for 2-3 years fighting this stuff for the police department finally cut them a settlement that's not even worth any of the anguish they went through. If they get that. Sometimes they say, oh, the cop didn't did it. Oh, no, he was justified. The guy tried to attack him. I'm like, with his bare hands? They unarmed. Well, he thought he had a gun. Now, I won't say everybody wasn't charged in these 102. Some of the officers were charged with these crimes. Some, there have been multiple cops that were charged. But look at the settlements. They're not $51 million. They ain't no $200 million. You start putting that kind of money out, things change. People gonna sit down somewhere. They're going to cut that out. They're going to think before they try to kill somebody that's unarmed. I know a police job is difficult. I know it's hard. At any given moment, you could be shot and killed. I understand that. But I also understand racist. I also understand abuse of power. And I also understand how it worked in the police department. Because I was discriminated against out here. Being a black guy in an all-white neighborhood, basically. It's not really like that now. You got blacks out here, you got Hispanics, But back in the 90s, it wasn't that many blacks out here. And then I was a black guy with a car with rims, and back then they ain't had a law put in place yet about racial profiling. So they were racially profiling everybody. The black guy, car rims, get behind him, follow him. He ain't got something wrong with him, no insurance, something going on. So they see a black guy, they just pull right up on him. Hispanic drive by, hit the corner, oh, get him. White guy, he can just say, oh, can you let me go? And they let him go. It's crazy. Out here, you can negotiate your way out of a ticket if you white. Brother, they come right with the pad and pen. Like right now, I'm fighting the county. I'm moving out of the county because I done just had enough with them. I'm sitting here in Cook County, not in Chicago, but still in Cook County, which is Crook County. They want to charge me every year for a city sticker or a county sticker. What I need a sticker for? When I came from Lake County, you don't pay for no sticker in Lake County. You don't need one. They don't do that to them in Lake County. So what Cook County charging you for? What we paying you $100 for? So now they know. They were like, well, I'm like, well, you know what? Y'all ain't finna get no money out of me. So I bought a house. Now they pissed. So they want to ticket me as many times as they can before I get my plate switched. Because I never switched it over here in the first place. It was switched to my other address, my other house. That's in Lake County. I never switched it to this address. They did that on their own. And because I don't want to play their game and pay their city sticker, they know I'm just finna leave here completely and go. I'm like, I'm not coming back. Y'all can have Cook County. I'm done with it. Now all of a sudden they mad, so now they want to try to ticket me as many times as they can before I leave. Like it's gonna hold up in court. It's not, because I never told you to switch me here in the first place. Y'all tried to do that so I can buy some city sticker. No. I'm not finna play y'all game. Y'all ain't finna stick me. Anyway, this is went longer than I thought. I'm out.